Hi guys, welcome back. Now recently I got a lock from Leon's lock pad. It was this cylinder. It's a nightlatch cylinder, a 5-pin, and it came in this packaging. And this is Yale packaging. This is Yale rim cylinder, polished brass, and all the fitting instructions. And I thought maybe he'd just put this inside this packaging to transport it, or to post it rather. But I wasn't sure, so I contacted him, and he said, this is actually a Yale cylinder. He bought it in a well-known DIY store, and it came in this packaging. So up till recently, this is what Yale have been using. A nice brass cylinder, nice bitting on the key. Keys say Yale, genuine Yale key. You always use genuine Yale keys on them, although that's out of focus. Lock says Yale on it, and it's a 5-pin assembled with this little shim at the bottom, and it contains security pins. It's actually quite difficult to pick. But this is their new design. It is some sort of, I don't know what it is actually, it's some sort of lightweight metal with a brass cover, sort of tinfoil cover put over the front. It's assembled with this cheap fiddly cap on the top, and here's a key. Definitely not as exciting, and worst of all, it doesn't even contain any security pins. So, I always used to trust Yale as being a high security lock manufacturer, and now they have sacrificed cost for quality. So, and I bet you they're probably selling them for the same outrageous price they were selling them beforehand. So let's attempt to pick this. This is the old style Yale, and it can be quite tricky sometimes. Haven't done much picking recently, so and I'm picking in hand because these are quite hard to clamp up in the vise. And you can see we've got false sets. That's it open. Okay. So definitely we will not be able to get this lock open using a city rake. But with this one, no security pins. If we use a city rake, wiggle it up and down, that's it open. And just to show that that wasn't a fluke, that's it open again. So we really must find out what's inside this. And my pinning tray is occupied, so I won't be able to use it, but grab a pair of pliers, and or maybe not, but we're going to cut this. Okay, so plug follower, and let's see what's inside this thing. Okay, so first of all, at first glance, we notice that the pins don't actually fit at the top. They're actually beveled at the top, and that means that basically Yale can make these they can be very sloppy, and the locks will still work. And also, you only need to lift these pins near the shear line. You don't actually have to be very accurate, because the pins will get lifted to a near enough height, and that will be them set. And if we take a pin out, you can see that both ends have that beveled edge on them. And the reason that they used that beveled edge, both top and bottom, is so that they don't have to bother about putting them in the right way up. They can put them in any way they like. So, I'm going to dump the pins out. And I do apologise if you can hear screaming in the background and shouting. That's just the local school. It must be their break time or their lunch time right now. Okay. The driver pins. That's 1 is a standard, 2 is a standard, 3 is a standard, 4 is a standard, and 5 is a standard. Just to show you, the driver pins thankfully are not actually beveled like the key pins are, but it's still, they're all standard. And this is really not good, because obviously the cylinders are a lot easier to pick. You saw me pick this one in seconds, just using a rake, and that wasn't a fluke, wasn't a one-off. That is the way these have gone. It's really not good. And the funny thing was that a long time ago, relatively long ago actually, I got a cylinder, 2 cylinders in a trade, and I thought they must be generic cylinders. They're very easy to pick, and I did a video on both of them. The funny thing was that I actually sent one to Leon. That was before I knew that he was sending me one back. But this is actually a Yale cylinder. Little did I know at the time. The keys are the same as this Yale one. The body is the same. There's just no doubt this is a Yale cylinder. So this one just as easy to pick, and if you don't believe me, then head over and check that video out. I don't know what number it was. It's like picking generics, 2 generic rim cylinders or something, nightlatch cylinders. But Yale, what's going on there? That is just, I'm not impressed with that, and I don't think anybody is. They'll quite happily sell cylinders that are so easy to open, and think nothing of it. They have sacrificed, as I said, quality for cost, and probably still selling them for the same outrageous prices. So, guys, I used to be able to recommend Yale cylinders. If they don't have Yale stamped on the front of them and on the keys, then it means that Yale are too embarrassed by the quality to put their name to it. Anyway, don't buy Yale nightlatch cylinders, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.